All right, okay, we're gonna kind of wing this. I've been wanting to use acetate for a long time, but I just got it. I have no idea. I can give you the settings. I mean, obviously mine isn't perfect. You can see there's some sort of like, I laid it on a piece of wood when I cut it and it left kind of a edge to it. Anyways, we're gonna go with it. It doesn't show when we do it, so. But this is the Snow Globe Santa Tracker ornament. I had a request for a snow globe and a Santa tracker. So I gave you lots of different options for the little tags. I have multiple different ways you can do this. You can do it as a shaker. You can do it as just this, so then you don't have to have the top on it. So if you wanted two pieces, you can just do that. I even included like a second piece for the bottom, so if you wanted it to stand out a little bit farther, by all means. I included a ton of little sayings to go with it. I included a Santa version, or a snowman version, or I thought the little log cabin feel would be cute. And then of course little trees, and then this is just a, when you see the cut file, I put everything inside of this, so then there's no waste. So I was like, oh, I had a little spot, so I stuck in a little stitched snowflake. Anywho, let's get started. I have to go to a senior safe and sober thing tonight, so it's always something. So anyways, okay, I think I'm going to use similar colors that I've already been using, so then you guys don't have to keep running around trying to get for the back. And I guess I like it because, and I'm using the baby white method again. It's not really supposed to, well, it's kind of a night scene, right? Like you want it to be kind of, yeah, so it's like night because you're looking up in the sky at Santa. That's kind of why I did this. And then I thought, well, we'll shade it again with the winter way, so then it's a little bit darker. Oh, let me get this a little bit better. See how quick that is? That's so quick. And I want to go lighter down there, so I don't want it to be too dark on the edge there. There we go. Okay. And then I just go and put it right back. Oh, gotta love it. Okay. I keep getting it down in the thing, but there you go. I do a deeper engrave because I do like to do all of this stuff, so then it doesn't mess it up, I guess, and get in there. I did have somebody message me and they were having a hard time with it, and I just suggested doing a deeper grave, and I think that worked out better for them. So I am taking my traditional, oops, it won't matter when we do the highlight, white flower next for this. And to be honest, guys, I have no idea if this is gonna work. I don't even know the glue to use, so we are seriously just winging it. I'm gonna put a little white on my little snowman here. I wasn't planning on getting his arms, but we're getting his arms, I guess. I'm gonna put a little white on this little snowflake. And then I think I'm gonna do white on this, and then we'll go back and we'll shade it. And at the end, I found this really cool paint marker at Dollar Tree that will do the little screws. So that'll be cute. Okay, again, I got it in my little thing, so I'm gonna get my little pokey tool. I have no idea what this is called. And try to get that out of. So, okay, now let's do, since I'm here, Garden Grove for the tree. The little trees. And you could go back and put a little stuff on them as far as like snow Faux Snow or something, but I think I'll show, I found some filler stuff at the dollar store. So I think I'm gonna try that instead of, and I'll just put it inside of it when we do it. Hot cocoa, I think I'm gonna do for the little log house. Sorry, I'm not trying to be ridiculously quick, but I do have to get going. We'll just do the whole thing, and then we'll shade it. I suppose I could do a little white for the smoke. It's not gonna matter because I'm gonna come back and shade it anyways. Okay. Now we did all of those. Let's do, I want brown on this frame, I think. And the lettering and stuff will stand out. So I think I'm gonna go with a different brown that the little house is, and I'm gonna do the Turkish coffee. Oh, I'm so sorry. Turkish coffee for that. And we won't do it too dark, but I just wanted it kind of a different brown than the little log house. There, I like that. Okay, so we're almost done with the painting. This is the middle piece if we're gonna do the acetate. So I will have the file set up that way, so then you know, like, that this, that this is the extra piece for the acetate, or you could use acrylic by all means, but I know not everybody has acrylic, so, and then I'll have a cut piece for this as well, so then you'll know what is what on the file. I was just kind of waiting. I don't know if that's going to be dry enough. When I did these, I had my board already pre-white. I had a scrap piece that was already white because, to be honest, it took me forever to get this QR code thing to work. So I've literally sat and checked with my phone to make sure they're all working, and it's to the Google Santa tracker that I guess doesn't expire. So, and then there wasn't any issues with copyrights and stuff like that. So that's why I went with that one. Let me see. I'm just looking for a paintbrush. I don't know if this is gonna work because I think it's still pretty wet, but we're gonna try it. So I've got my 220 grit sandpaper. I guess I'm gonna have to use a new one because I don't know where the other one went to. And we're gonna just sand this a little bit. I think it's wet. Okay. I am going to take a little bit of, I've got just a brush here. I'm gonna go a little bit slower tonight with this, okay? Because I have had a lot of questions about the shading, and maybe I do go a little bit fast on this part. Let me get my stuff out so you guys can see it. Let me move some stuff here so maybe you can see what I'm doing. Okay, don't look at my paint bin, it's disgusting. Okay, and then what I have here, let me see if I can get all this in the shot. What I have here is a little wet paper towel or baby wipe, whatever you want to do. So I've got that sitting here. We can get rid of these, I showed you that. So what I do is I take my brush and I get it wet. I don't know, some call it activating it. But I'm gonna damp it off. I don't want that much on my brush. Yes, I do want it wet, but I don't want it too wet. Okay, so now I'm taking that and I'm gonna dip that just to the corner into my paint, okay? Then I'm gonna go on my plate here, and I've actually found I've used just this paper, where I've done that, but I find that I'm not getting the best, like it just soaks right in. So I'm gonna get some more water. What I found is this paper plate just has enough gloss. You could use tin foil. I've seen some people have used tin foil. But on this paper plate, it just has enough gloss on the plate. Let me see if you can see that. That it just gives me enough ombre, and I keep coming out until I find it kind of light enough where I want it to be. And then my brush is still a little bit wet, and I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna shade this line here. So I'm just gonna come in, and now say if I thought that was too blue here right at the beginning, I'm gonna come in and grab some more water, take it off, and then try to like push it out, if that makes sense. And this probably isn't the best because I went blue right up to blue. But if you can see that, I just went right along there, the edge there, okay? And now let's do, I'm gonna wash this out and I'm gonna pick up a different color. Let's do, I'm gonna try this white. This white's gonna be hard because you can't really see it, but you might be able to see it on the piece better. So again, I'm just picking up a little piece or a little bit on the corner, and I'm doing kind of a little ombre. If you can't see it, see how it's there? And then we're gonna go on this side. And you see how I kind of just go back and forth until I get the right consistency and color. And I'm gonna grab some more water because it's not enough. But honestly, this hasn't been overnight learning this, and I'm still not the greatest at it. You have to just keep practicing and practicing and practicing. So there, I just gave it a little bit of, just to break up the line, I guess, of, you know, there and there. So you could have done, I could have done darker even, maybe, and that probably would have looked better. I don't know, we're winging this one. I just want to try to help you a little bit more. Okay, so this time, because I kind of want it to be kind of a night scene, but I don't want to lose my little Santa and the sleigh. So I'm going to grab this Winter Way color, and I'm going to try to do a little dark effect on that. So now we're going to go, and this cut line is where your line is. So I'm going to run along that line. And I need more water. See how it didn't move? There we go. And now the paint is moving. And I could even go beyond that line and it would be fine. I'm gonna grab a little more water. That's what I was saying, like these are just Amazon brushes. I've seen where people have like a good quality brush and it holds the water way better. So maybe, you know, like me, I need to invest in better brushes that might make my painting life a whole lot easier. It might be simple things like that that might. So I'm going right back into that same paint. And you guys might think, why is she picking these colors? I don't know, you guys. If you have a better way of painting it, I would love to see your interpretations of it. And maybe, who knows, maybe I would change it and do what you did. I don't know. Picking out colors are not my thing. So I just kind of went in a little bit now just to kind of blend it in. It's wet, so you can see like kind of the grain still a little bit, but once that dries, you won't be able to see that. Okay, so now, same thing, I'm gonna add a little bit of shading on this just because I think that'd be nice. And I'm gonna go into this, I have Bohemian Black on here. Just because it's already Turkish coffee, so it's already kind of like the darkest brown I have. So I'm gonna go in and make this really light. You can see, like, as I pulled down, it just got lighter and lighter. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm gonna go under here. and just kind of give this like a, I don't know, more dimension. I'm gonna grab some more. I might have to get more water on my brush too. But just to make this look like it's, you know, it's got grooves in this piece here. And now I'm gonna go and do this line. And if you don't want this, like I would even come back and do just a little bit on top of here, just to give it a little, so it's not so, you know, like just a solid line. Just to give it a little, blend it in a little bit. Okay, and then now let's go on this top piece. I will go back to and redo some of, like, I did start out on trying to do it on YouTube, and it's really hard to do a tutorial for 15 minutes. YouTube only allows you to post a tutorial that's 15 minutes. So I feel like some of that got lost in translation. And then plus I'm a squirrel. I say that every time. I'm not always, I forget what I'm doing. Like last night I was making the mountain stitch ornament, and I totally forgot the little snow caps. How many times, I rewatched it, how many times did I pick up that board, my little blue board, with the little other pieces on it, and never thought to put the stupid snow caps on, excuse me. Anyways, whatever, you guys get it. But I'm human too. And honestly, like a lot of the stuff that I do with the faux stitching and whatever, it's not supposed to look perfect. I'm not trying to get perfection, because that's not how I work. I'm not doing perfection. There are some really skilled crafters out there that can do it. That's not me. So I try to make things that are easy for everyone. Okay, let me hold that up just so then you can see what I did. Just gave it a little bit. It's wet. It'll dry. Probably not tonight because it's so cold in here. Okay, now I'm just gonna leave the trees. I think they're cute. I am, however, this is wet, so I'm not sure. Yeah, it just stuck in there, but that's okay. This is wet too. You do not want to be sanding on wet items, for sure. But I'm gonna come back with this. I'm gonna have to grab some more Turkish coffee. Excuse me. And we're going to do a little distressing, I guess you could say, on this little tag. I don't want it to be so white. So grab some water, dabbing off my paintbrush. I have a whole blob of white, I'm just reusing a paper plate, so I have a whole blob of white paint up there, so that's why I'm not going in that spot. But I'm just, see how I bring it down, just so then it gets light enough. And then I'm gonna come in, and I'm gonna do just the edge of this little tag. And I already see I have white down the side, so we're gonna take my little fat marker before we're done here, and we're going to fix that edge. So there it is. It just adds a little extra detail that I like. Okay, excuse me, I'm sorry. I have like a little frog in my throat. So I'm gonna do this Turkish coffee. I'm gonna pick up that same, and we're gonna come in and I don't know how much I wanna do in this little log house. Just do a little, I guess. And you could add snow to the little log house. That would be super cute. I can't wait to see what Laura comes up with, because she's always adding the extra details that I love. It's all about the details, right? Okay, should we add, I don't even know if I'm gonna add the snowflake, but maybe we'll add a little of this thermal spring. And I just put barely a little bit on there. And I just am gonna come and do the very, I'm trying to bring this up so you can see it, very tips, just to give it a little something. I could pick it up and hold it, but then I'll get it all over me. So there's that. I don't even know if you can see it. It's just a very little, okay. Do we want to do blue or let's do blue? I got it on for the little snowman, give him a little accent. Sorry guys. Okay. So that's that. I'm trying to think. Here, let's put on, this was the little marker that I got from Dollar Tree. It's the Crafter Square metallic marker. So, I think they have a bronze one too. Maybe that would have been better. I don't know. I think it's cute. And that took seconds for another little detail. So there's that. Okay, set that aside. Let's see where we're at here. I always forget stuff. So, if we were doing the regular ornament, this is all we would do. And then, so I can at this time add my little trees. And I'm gonna do my little, pull this up too. And just because it's wet and I'm gonna get it all over, because that's what I do. Pull off this little Merry Christmas. Okay, see how I have a little on the edge there? When I'm all done with the ornament, this, in most of my ornaments, this is what I do at the end, is go and clean up. All this is a fat, I have one that has the Sharpie, the Magnum Sharpie. So, and I'm just cleaning up this edge because you will see it, and so sometimes it's just better to clean it up now before you try to get it on the piece and then it's not cleaned. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, I went like this, and we're gonna do the little house. Oh, I love it. So yeah, if you were gonna do it this way, I would definitely, all I did the last time is when I did the little, I added some little snow onto, it was the snow angels. So if you wanna watch that tutorial, but all I did was apply a little glue, and that's what I love about this, is you can just put the glue where you want it. And then I have this faux sand. It's actually sand. It's like crystals. It looks like sugar crystals, and I got that from the Dollar Tree. So that would be so cute, and then you could put a little on the trees if you wanted to. But that would be one way to decorate it up at this point, okay? And then once you had this on, then you could put like something like that there, because the idea is we're gonna have a tag on this side up here somewhere, so you kind of want to balance it out. So depending on, okay, I love it, guys. So I don't want to mess this up. Let's glue these pieces in, excuse me, and then we are going to do the acetate. I hope the glue works that I'm going to use. And I did get some stuff at the Dollar Tree again for fillers. I have no idea if that's going to work out or not. I don't know if it's going to get in the little Santa thing. They didn't have like, what I was looking for was like sequins, white, and you know, just like little Paul and McClary kind of different things. So then it was chunky stuff in there, not necessarily like fake snow. I just want to make sure that line is lined up. I'm not gonna lie, it took me forever to do these silly deer. I wanted them to kind of look not, you know, like your standard deer. I wanted them kind of funny looking, and it took me way longer than it should have. The sleigh had a bunch of intricate stuff at the bottom at first I had, and then I redid that. I've gone through a couple different backers, just trying to get it right. Okay, so those are glued in because no matter what, you're gonna glue those in. Let's glue the little Merry Christmas on. Because we're not going to use the extra. That looks pretty good, right? So it's straight. Okay, I think that looks good. Okay, so let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. We're going to glue on this piece because we need it to be thicker so we can add some stuff into it. Okay. So we're going to put this piece on. Okay. And now, because I really don't know if I should have looked ahead of time. Non-toxic. I'm just seeing like what surfaces. I don't know if it's gonna work with. Adheres to hard plastic, metal, feathers. Do I dare? Let me not try with this. I'm gonna try with Loctite Super Glue. I'll probably kick myself, but I will do a test later and let you know if you can use that. And then we're gonna do this little acetate piece. Please say I have enough glue. Okay. Oh. Just want to make sure. Oh, but before we put this on, we want to put some stuff in it. Okay. I got from the Dollar Tree some different stuff, like a faux snow sparkle. So let's try that. I got these little bead things. They had to put it in a separate bag because they went all over the place. I don't even know if I want to even bring them out because they're horrible. Let's see if that's kind of pretty, right? Not get it in my glue. Should we just do that? Okay, we'll just do that. We're gonna put this on. Hopefully I didn't let it dry too long. That's not the wrong glue to use. Sometimes my winging works and sometimes it doesn't. We will give it a hot second and see what happens here, guys. Okay, let's keep going. So I'm gonna do this. see if I can get this to stick to that. Who knows? Maybe after this you'll not want to do a shaker version. We can all try, right? Is everybody crossing their fingers? Because I am. And my toes. I hope, I don't even know what time it is. I hope I'm not going to be late. I have a senior safe and sober committee meeting tonight. And I don't have my watch on to see what time it is. I mean, it's pretty. There it is, guys. Try not to get in the glare. So then what I was thinking is, let's see. Let's do, should we just do 2 wood beads and keep it kind of simple? I have a bowl. I get a lot of my beads after season at Walmart. They usually come out with boxes of beads, and so I get them then. So I don't really even know what size they are. I'm sorry. But they always have lots of colors and stuff to choose from. Just making sure. So instead of the house, you could have done the snowman. That would have been cute. And I'm not sure. I don't know how I want it to go. Let's do a little. I'll probably redo this. Who knows? Because I don't want Santa not to be seen. Okay, so there's that. Maybe I'll want it up higher. I don't know. You guys tell me. And then, okay, so we're gonna have that. Is it too busy already to add a bow? So I use this 5/8 ribbon. I don't know if I've ever done one on camera because I'm not like a professional at doing the ribbons, but this is how I do mine. Is I just fold the little rabbit ears in and then pull, and it kind of comes undone, and then I put my little fingers in there, and then I pull again. I just don't want to pull it all the way through. And then I'm going to line it up a little bit, and there I've got kind of what I'm looking for. So there's that. So now I'm going to come in and dovetail. And I'm sure you guys have a better way of doing bows even. There's so many amazing crafters out there. Okay, hopefully that was on camera. So let's do in between the beads. That way it's up a little bit. You can see how I just smushed it, right? Let's make sure that stays in place. You guys, this thing is so adorable. Okay. I don't mind it. That is cute as punch. You can still see, and you can still see that it's the tracker. And why I wanted to make it this way is so then if you guys aren't Santa tracker fans, it's still an amazing, I think, adorable ornament. So you've got 2 in 1, 3 in 1, because I gave the snowman as well. Actually, many, because there's season's greetings, there's all these different ones that you can do to make them look different. Winter wishes. Let me know if you have a saying you'd like to add on there. I would love to help you out there. Okay, so Again, you can add that little gem in there if you want to, my little stitch snowflake. Okay, guys, I don't think that it was, I think it was a success, to be honest. So I think I'll probably maybe even whip up a tutorial with the snowman one so you guys can see that it's much easier to do, or cheaper even, with the acetate. That snow in there, that is adorable. All right, let me know what you think. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. All right, bye.